Hello, it's the Seahawks fan with another Go Battle League video. And we have Origin Palkia, we have Primarina, and we have Shadow Mewtwo. Okay, beautiful lead, and actually going to stay in with Palkia for this Mewtwo. We are going to go for the Spatial Ren. Do we grab a shield? We do. We're going to bring in our own Mewtwo. To shield, I am not going to risk taking a Shadow Ball. It is a Side Strike. I have a Side Strike to throw in return, and I can get the Psycho Cut down. Absolute incredible. And let's see who our next foe is in the battle. It is Ho-Oh. And before they can throw their first move, I am loaded on energy. I actually do throw back-to-back moves, giving them a full Incinerate. But let's bring in Palkia. We do find out the last Pokemon, and that is Dialga, Origin. Now, to shield, I do not, because that Ho-Oh has a move. And, well, they are going to realize they definitely done goofed with the undercharge, but also not in a really good position for them. Next battle, they have a great lead. Gonna stay in because Togekiss is annoying. We are going to bring in Primarina, which Dragonite comes in. I was really surprised about this. But they did not want to lose Togekiss, and we find out they have Mewtwo, which, interesting. I mean, they definitely should have brought in Mewtwo instead of Dragonite, but I'll take it. Because Side Strike is not going to taking me out through that shield. Does pull off a shield for me. Oh, they survive, of course. That's fine. Gonna bring in Palkia. Gonna bring in my Shadow Mewtwo. And now we have them on the ropes. Gonna throw the Side Strike to grab the shield or knockout. And it is a shield indeed. And I have a Side Strike before they have the next move. And Mewtwo is gonna go down after the Dragon Breath from Palkia. Just a little bit too much to deal with. They needed 2 moves loaded. Next battle, we have a terrible lead. We are gonna save swap into Primarina. And they do stay in for a bit. They do bring in the Kyogre, which Kyogre did not want to see that Palkia in the slightest. I don't blame them. I actually shield up, which is Fantabadozi. Not going to shield up a Surf. That would be silly. They're going to throw the next move to take alignment, but that's fine. I'll happily take a nice energy advantage. And I can grab the last shield with the Spatial Rend. And they're quite low, which is a Fantabadozi. Gonna bring in Shadow Mewtwo. 2 shields for this thing. In a very commanding position. Gonna actually throw the Shadow Ball to Kaboom! I'm going to commit my last shield, and let's see, do we get the farm down? We do not. Okay, Lugia, we have Shadow Ball. It's not going to one-shot it because Lugia is a tank. Almost ungoofed, almost got taken out by Dragon Tail. But Palkia comes in, and we get the Dragon Breath down. And we get the Dialga down. Fantastic. Dragonite lead, non-legendary. And we're going to make a nice catch. I think, well, definitely nice. And they have Kyogre, which beautiful to drag this thing out. The charm is adding up. It lands the Disarming Voice onto it. Going to no shield because we have Palkia. And Origin Pulse does take me out. Let's see what the final Pokemon is. It is a Fairy type. Throwing the energy because I want to chip them. So they, oh, and they shield. Let's go. Now, Dragonite does have a move loaded now, but I can Psycho Cut them down. And let's see. Can they survive a Side Strike? No, they cannot. Perfect Best Buddy Togekiss cannot survive a Side Strike with that amount of health. And we have a beautiful lead into a perfect Ho-Oh. Of course, going to throw the Aqua Tail, and it lands. Going to shield up the Prey Bird. We find a Palkia, which going to leave with some energy because this Purina is a beautiful counter to their Palkia. Now, if you're enjoying battles, hit the like button on the video. Subscribe for daily Go Battle League videos and other Pokemon Go content. And Ho-Oh is met by Charmer. Sacred Fire is enough. And Palkia can just get some extra energy. You find Landorus, which Landorus does not want to see Shadow Mewtwo. And it does not want to see Palkia, so it is doubly in trouble. And because they are not going to be able to survive the farm down, I shielded because that was easy peasy close out. I mean, there's a reason Origin Palkia is #1 in Master League rankings right now. It is just so strong with its attack. I've not used it too much because I despise running into Dialga leads, but with this team, very suited for Dialga leads, being able to have Shadow Mewtwo for it, potentially, but also just an awesome fairy type. And we're going to try and throw the energy, but they reach a Sandsear Storm, which is just fine. We have residual energy to reach a Aqua Tail before their next Sandsear Storm. Aqua Tail lands. They are in a toasted position. And my Shadow Mewtwo is good enough IVs to win the Zero Shield scenario. Because of just how bulky it is. With its incredible IVs. Play Rough is not enough. Actually, no, it doesn't win the zeros, but it does force out the energy, and Dragon Breath, while resisted, is able to do enough. And we have a Giratina. Don't see too many Giratinas, especially when running Zygarde complete. Going to take that Shadow Ball, and I will happily throw this Spatial Rend into that Dialga. Do I want to shield the Iron Head? I think it's worth it. And they have a Mewtwo, which I'm going to throw a Disarming Voice. Going to not really be happy to see this thing, but I am able to grab the shield. They do have another Side Strike loaded. If not, it should be about. So it's a little close battle. Here we are. Going to bring in my own Mewtwo. Going to bring in Palkia. And actually, I'm going to let them take me out. Because I do not want their Palkia getting, their Mewtwo getting energy. Now, the only win condition is no Shadow Ball. Ice Beam. I have 2 Side Strikes. Are they going to let this go? Yes, they do. And they get Psycho Cut down. I survive on 1 HP in a dream. And I really was about to leave, but I just stayed in. Next battle, we have a beautiful lead into Landorus. And Gyarados is going to be struggling with the fast attack pressure. Aqua Tail will add up, and they give me a bit too much free energy and damage. They could have definitely gotten me even closer. But one more charm. I survived just long enough to reach Hydro Pump. And kaboom! One-shotting the Landorus. They have Gudra. Gudra. What? What a nice team to see with my team. Going to no-shield that Aqua Tail. I can't get the farm down, but here we are. Shadow Mewtwo. 2 shields. Not enough energy to be held on Gudra to reach 3 Dracos. And let's go. We have a Purified Mewtwo in the lead up against us. It's not a Purified Hundo. I do grab a shield from them. We'll take that. Going to take a Side Strike. Going to lose Charge Attack priority. But it's okay. We are going to throw the Aqua Tail after shielding. And we give up the Palkia to not swap into the Charmer. They do have a nice energy advantage to give them Iron Head sooner, but we just want to be able to throw at least one Disarming Voice, and it lands. And they can't reach a second move. What do they have next? They have Kyogre, which is going to be met by Shadow Mewtwo. Going to reach Side Strike ASAP, and let's see, can they make a catch on me? Can they make a catch? They fail to make the catch, and Shadow Mewtwo Psycho cuts down for the key knockout to then take out the Kyogre. Things you'd love to see. Terrible lead into Togekiss, and how do we flip it? We pivot into Primarina. Togekiss is going to thankfully swap out. It is a potentially not even level 40 Lugia, and their problem is they cannot take me out. Hydro Pump is gonna get used. Kaboom! Doing so much. So now I can comfortably farm them down with Dragon Breath. And I'm going to get what Aqua Tail damage I can. Hopefully I don't give them any free charms. Going to actually shield up, and I'm going to make a silly goose mistake, but let's see. Actually, maybe not this battle, but Aqua Tail. Okay, not this battle. I do grab the last shield, and I'm just going to see what they have in the back after taking out their Togekiss. And unlucky for my opponent, I have Shadow Ball, which, 2 moves cannot be reached on Mewtwo before a Shadow Ball. So that was pretty nice. Next battle, terrible lead into Origin Palkia. Things we don't want to see. But we have the Charmer. And they do have a Kyogre. Fantastic to get this thing out. So we can chip it down and have Palkia to come in and clean it up. To then have a decent bit of extra energy for that Dialga returning. They actually thunder with the Kyogre. That's annoying. But it is what it is. And let's see. Dialga returns. We reach a Spatial Rend to grab a shield off their tank. And first shield of the game used with not much Pokemon left in play, but here we are. Shadow Mewtwo is able to grab the last shield, and it's going to reach the next Side Strike in a good pace, but they actually have Landorus, which with my energy advantage, going to be able to take out the Landorus. Unfortunately, they do survive just too much. 4 Psycho Cuts away, and I don't get taken down by a Dragon Breath damage, and I take out the Dialga. I'm 1 HP. Okay, we have a complete Zygarde. Not used to being on this end where I have no Zygarde, and I'm up against the Zygarde. But here we are. Spatial Rend lands into Zygarde to shield. I don't want to risk getting taken out, and it was Outrage. Now they do have a Togekiss, which I totally wasted on Aqua Tail of energy. Gonna go and use my last shield. Can I deal with the Togekiss? Are they prepared to take out my Primarina? Side Strike lands. They have Origin Palkia. They are in a nightmare of a position, but they shield up and having a Water Charmer to go up against Origin Palkia. I really enjoyed this team. Had a 5-0, 21-11 ELO is where I'm at, which is pretty fantastic for me at this stage in the season. 2.5 weeks in, just about. And season high ELO 2179 with Master League. Thank you for watching the video. Like I said earlier, subscribe for daily Go Battle League videos. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. I'm on the road to 8,000 subscribers. Please help out.